Good morning, everybody. This is Max again, and we're back here trading the dailies here on Dex Trader. There is some news at 10 o'clock, and I'm practicing trading the news. Our apprentice traders are on board. Everything's going on really well. Our daily signals just fired off, so we're going to use the Auto USD first on the buy, 76.40. Now, remember, the buy is it's going to be high, right? So Auto USD, 11 a.m., 76.40, right? That's the buy, 76.40 on the buy. Absolutely, 76.40 on the buy. There's nothing on it yet, but we're going to put a working order on. Simple working order, $70. Place order, done. Why? Because you get about a 30% chance that this is about to fill. And if that fills, we have about a 100% chance. Over the last 100 trades that the Auto USD has done, it has won. So I'm definitely putting it on. I'll even look at the USDCAD sitting at 94.9% of availability for it to be able to win. But what I want to do is I want to drill down a little bit to find out, you know, what's my times here. So I'm just going to hit the plus sign, go to the USDCAD, isolate it, and look to see what is lost over the last 100 so trades. Okay, so over these particular trades, and not in any time in our area, anything being really close, no buys have lost in this section. So what I'm going to do is that I'm also going to use this particular one as well. USDCAD. We do 11 a.m. Which one was that again? 29.40, 29.40, 29.40 on the sell, right? 29.40 on the sell. Yes. Let me look at this again. Okay, that's good because we have confluence here. It's Auto USD on the buy and USD on the sell. So that's good. That tells me that the market's heading in the right direction. So it's validating the direction here. 29.40 on the sell, $4.25. So what we're going to do is do $30, do a working order, place the order, and done. So 30% chance to fill. 94.9%. If it does fill, it'll win at that direction. So very, very exciting. All right, it's that simple. I sit and wait now every 15 minutes around the clock up to about 10:45, and I just walk around my office, hang out, just chill. If you're doing something else, you can just sit and chill. We wait for one of these to fill, and we wait for an OTM moment, an out of the money moment. Sometimes the pairs will, as we get into a trade, the pairs will pull back just a little bit. This is our working order level, okay? And this is our expiry time. Sometimes the pair will pull back way far and actually go OTM, which is out of the money, okay? And then pull back and go in its right direction to expiry and be above our time, okay? And we look for these times all week long, right now, because we have a 30% chance to fill and get our $30, but we also have about a 10% chance of it doing this. And if it does do that, these are mucho bueno monies, right? Because literally you could get the same trade, okay? Even though it gets filled at 30, you can add more contracts on for like $60 profit. That's right, $60 profit. Now you're on the other side of your R value. And if so, you'll load up as much as you can, especially if it's something with high success rate like the Auto USD, which is sitting at 100% over the last 100 trades. Now, can it lose? Absolutely. But if it does, you're only losing a little bit less than what the risk to reward value is just so high at that point, especially for Nadex. All right. I'm Max. This is Dex. We'll see you in a few minutes. And if we get any more trades on, we'll see about every 15 minutes. But for you, it'll be microseconds. Okay, folks. Well, we're active finally. The USDCAD has bought in. We're going to click on that one here just to look here. It started to go into, let's see, 29.40, 29.28, 29.40 on the sell. We're still, yeah, we had a little bit of a higher number before, but I didn't catch it in time. So I'm just going to let it do its thing. I'm not going to try to buy it under the $30 that it's in already. So we're doing pretty good. I'm sitting at 29, so that's about 12 pips from that margin. So that's pretty good. But we did have two other signals on, USD-CHF that came off and the Great Britain Pound USD sitting at a lower number. But we're going to go ahead and put this on because of the timing. Great Britain Pound USD also had a loss this morning. So I'm not too worried about it losing again. It rarely ever trades will lose twice in 2 sessions like this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and look at this as 134, 3,400 on the sell. And it's often the same contingency as the USDCAD, but I don't like this. I don't like the AUD USD on the buy is good. The USDCAD is good because the convolence between the two, but this new diversion of the USDCHF coming out in the opposite direction could mean that we're in for a little bit of a run here. But I'm going to go ahead and put them on because we are in testing mode. We're still in demo mode testing. Great Britain Pound USD. We're going to look at 11 a.m. It is 3,400 for the sell. 3,400 for the sell. We're going to go ahead and go with that. We're going to do $30 because we're looking for $30 profit margin and place it on. So that's basically it. We're in for the USDCAD. This is a wild ride. USDCAD has a lower rate of success only because it's a commodity pair as well. From you get the CAD happening. It's usually surrounding oil. So if you see anything on oil, usually comes out pretty harsh on that factor. So we're going to go ahead and pause the video again, and we'll come back in just a little bit to see how things are working out. I'm going to keep an eye on this USDCAD now that we're in. I am at this 29.40. Because I really do think that we have an opportunity that if it were to go to OTM, this would be a possibility for us to get bought up. So if I were to do something like that, I would do something very, very outside the box here. I would put something down for like $60 for profit, right? And place that order. So if it does come back and do it again after the news section, it has a high rate of success to be able to win, but I have an opportunity to get it for $60 if it does happen to pop out from that position. So we'll keep that there. It does mess with my reserve just a little bit, but I can also take that off if I feel like it's not going to do what it's going to do if I have other trades to come on. All right, we'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, so we just had news release. We had a pretty big movement in the USDCAD. If I pull this up on a chart, which I normally don't like doing, pulling up charts on dailies, because once I get into them, I'm really in for the win. Okay, but we're pulling up to here, 38, 39.40, right around here, about 38 on the actual spot market. The indicative price on USDCAD is about 2 pips different, so we want to, we're about 15 pips off, so we're going to be close. But again, that's what that 95.9% success rate offers you, right? Is that you're going to get close sometimes, and you may even lose, but the percentage rates are just too high to turn away from. So we just had another signal fire off. Great Britain Pound JPY on the sell at 147. So I'm going to go ahead and jump on it. Great Britain Pound JPY, 11 a.m., 147 on the sell. Of course, we'll put $30 in there. Now, I know you're looking at it, you're like, well, that's 2 deviations away. There's no way that that's going to come back. You don't know what you don't know yet. Okay, so I don't take the chance, if I have the big enough reserve for it, I definitely do it. Since this is all trading during the news, and I've been trading now for a week with positive results. So next week, if everything's good this week, next week I'm going to be going straight live for this system. So I'm very, very happy with the protocols that have happened and what this is yielding out. All right, so I'll be back in a millisecond for you, and we'll see how everything is doing. Now, if this pair for the AUD USD goes out, for the USDCAD goes out of the money, I may look at taking a few small, maybe another couple of contracts on in an out of the money possibility if I can kind of see the light in the tunnel. We'll see what happens. I'm Max, and we'll see you in a minute. All right, last little run here. We got the Euro USD coming on and the Euro JPY, both sells. We're going to go ahead and put those on real quick. 1740 on the Euro USD. Now, normally in my regular trading, I never really got into these last second trades, but something has been pushing us to do a little bit more here, 1740, because there's been a lot of last minute pickups. This is about 2 deviations out. 1740, the price is sitting at 1700. It's about 40 pips. Don't see that really coming on. I'm going to go ahead and put it on anyway for just in case. If it does come up that high in the pippage, we might have an issue with some of the other trades EURUSD 128.60 on the sell. Again, this one's probably also out a little bit. $128.60. Yeah, it's also out 2 deviations there as well. So I'm just going to put these on for placement's sake, just to say I've done it. I've done that job. Our one candidate is doing really well, USDCAD. Again, this is never, ever, ever about putting on every single trade, but it's about one that's you're able to get into and really allowing it to do its job. And its job, simply, okay, is to get to consistency. That's it. If you do 1 or 2 a session, just 1 or 2, how much money can you make? You can make quite a bit, because then you just compound what you have done with the usage of volume, which is the amount of contracts. Yeah, I'm only using 1 contract because we're doing a test. We're just testing. We don't need to throw in 10 contracts to show bravado. Okay, I don't need to show you how much profit I made. I'm looking for the win. I'm looking for the check mark and the win. That's all. Okay, and this is how we do it. So, see you in a few seconds, which will be 13 minutes in my time, a few seconds in your time, so we can show you the win or loss of the USDCAD. Remember, I don't know what I don't know. You know, something could happen, throw 13 pips in, who knows? This is not guaranteed. 95.9% overall value success on all signals and above. Some have higher, some have a little bit lower, but not much. And we'll see what happens at top of the hour. Right back. All right, here we are. We're really close to the end of the day. We got 1 minute back left here. The USDJPY USDCAD came back down, picked up our working order, went back up really close to our level, but we're sitting down pretty good here. So 29.29, we were sitting at 29.40. Got about 51 seconds left. Got a $30, so about $28 profit margin after $1 in, $1 out. Now, only other disappointing part was that there was no other trades that came in, but I'm not disappointed, really. These are on just in case, right? As soon as one comes on, I don't really need to get into any other one. I'm looking for, be honest with you, 1 a session, okay? And that's what I'm really looking for. If I can get to 1 a session and turn this into $30, look at that. That turned into negative $30. But don't be frightened. It's just that means that they took all the other contracts off, and it doesn't have any value to nobody really until it closes. So once it closes, we'll get the $30 profit margin minus the $2 for the in and out, sitting at 29.27, 13 pips out. Doing really good. 9 seconds left. Don't see this losing at all now. So this is a great job, okay? Because we've consistently since last week traded all the news, even through the NFP. Did really good on the NFP trades as well. Look, there's the win. All the other working orders disappear because they were good to close. GTC, and we are done. That's our money, okay? Now, traded in demo, figuring stuff out. If you're trying to figure stuff out as well, okay? We have an apprenticeship group that we went in, that's on board. Winner, winner. USDCAD, yay. And we do $28. Let's see here, let me do this right. $28 profit. All right, so there we go. Keeping up with the Joneses there. Now listen, this apprenticeship group is really powerful. We're just trading dailies. I'm showing you how to trade stuff, helping you through the process, looking at your journals, doing all that kind of good stuff. So that's it. That's trading the dailies with Max. We'll see you next time. I'll be back here about 12:15, 12:15, and be trading the next session. I might have another video on that. I may not. Who knows? But we'll see you next time. I'm Max Farrow. This is Dex Trader. We look forward to seeing you. And as always, trade well.